All right, so we're diving into natural hair care today.
We are.
And, we've gotten so many questions about this.
Yes.
It seems like everyone is on this journey to, figure out their natural hair.
Yeah.
So we are going to tackle 20 of the biggest myths out there.
Okay.
And I have a feeling some people are going to be really surprised by some of the things we uncovered today.
I think so, too.
So, I was looking through some of the questions that came in.
Yeah.
And I actually saw one where someone was told to put butter in their hair.
Oh, yeah.
Butter.
That's a classic. I know.
So that's kind of where we're at, right?
Yeah, the misinformation is really out there.
So let's just start with one of the biggest myths I think a lot of people have heard.
Okay.
Which is natural hair just doesn't grow long.
Right.
What is the truth?
Well, the truth is that hair grows pretty consistently across all hair types.
Okay.
So everyone's hair grows about a half an inch per month. The real issue is not the speed of the growth. It's how well you retain that new growth.
So it's not about growing it faster. It's about keeping what you grow.
Exactly.
Got it.
You can think of it kind of like a leaky bucket.
Okay.
Like you can keep pouring water into it,
Right.
but if there are holes, it's never going to fill up.
Oh, I see.
So things like protective styles and regular trims to get rid of split ends and a good moisturizing routine are like patching those holes so you can actually see the length gains.
Okay, so taking care of it.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay. Myth busted.
Myth busted.
All right, let's move on to another one.
Okay.
That I hear a lot, which is natural hair is stronger than relaxed hair.
Yeah, I think this myth comes from the fact that natural hair retains its original curl pattern and it hasn't been chemically altered.
Right.
But all hair has its own level of fragility.
Okay.
Especially type 4 textures with their tight coils.
Okay.
Those textures can be quite delicate and prone to breakage.
Wow. See, I always thought of my natural hair as being super strong. What does that mean? How I should handle it?
So gentle detangling is key.
Okay.
Using a wide-tooth comb or a detangling brush specifically for natural hair can make a huge difference.
Okay.
And moisturizing regularly can also really help keep the hair pliable and less prone to snapping.
Okay, so gentle detangling, moisturizing.
Yeah.
Keeping those coils intact.
Exactly.
All right, let's switch gears a little bit.
Okay.
Talk about washing.
Right.
You shouldn't wash natural hair often.
Right.
That's another one.
Yeah, this one is particularly interesting because it's often presented as protecting your hair's natural oils.
Right. Right.
But if you think about it, what happens when you don't wash your hair for too long?
Well, it gets kind of oily and well dirty.
Exactly. Infrequent washing can lead to product buildup, clogged pores, and even scalp issues.
Oh, wow.
Which can hinder healthy hair growth.
Okay.
So a good rule of thumb is to wash every 7 to 10 days. Or as needed with a sulfate-free shampoo or a co-wash.
So cleanliness is key even for natural hair.
Yes.
All right. This next myth is one that I think is going to surprise a lot of people.
Okay.
Oils hydrate your hair.
Yes, this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
So oils play a vital role in hair care.
Okay.
But not in the way that many people think. They're fantastic for sealing moisture into the hair shaft.
Right.
So they create a barrier to prevent water loss.
Gotcha.
But they don't actually add hydration themselves.
Wait, so if oils don't hydrate, what does?
Water. Good old-fashioned water.
Oh.
Water-based products like leave-in conditioners and hydrating creams are what truly moisturize your hair.
Okay.
Oils simply help lock that moisture in.
Oh, so it's a two-step process.
It is.
Water first, then oil to seal it all in.
Exactly.
Got it, like a dynamic duo.
They are.
For happy hair. Okay, that makes so much sense.
Good.
Another myth that I think we should tackle.
Okay.
Natural hair is unprofessional.
Right. This myth is rooted in bias and outdated perceptions of what constitutes professional appearance.
Yeah.
But thankfully, that is changing.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that there are so many beautiful and professional styles.
There are.
For natural hair.
Absolutely. From elegant afros and twists to stylish braids and updos.
Yeah.
The versatility of natural hair is undeniable.
Okay, this next myth is one that I think I have personally fallen for.
Right.
Shrinkage is a sign that your hair is unhealthy.
Okay.
Is that true?
Shrinkage is actually a fantastic indicator of healthy hair.
Really?
It shows that your hair has good elasticity. So the ability to stretch and bounce back without breaking.
Yeah.
It's a unique characteristic of curly and coily hair textures.
So we should be celebrating shrinkage.
Yes.
Not stressing over it.
Exactly. It's a sign of your hair's vitality and resilience.
Love that. Okay, another one.
Right.
You don't need to use conditioner if you're using natural products.
Right.
Any truth to that?
While using natural products is a great choice for your hair,
Yeah.
conditioner is still an essential step for everyone, regardless of the products they use.
Why is that?
Well, conditioner plays a vital role in restoring moisture,
Okay.
improving elasticity, and strengthening the hair strands.
So it's like giving it that extra...
It is.
Yes.
Yes, and deep conditioning at least once a week
Okay.
is especially important for keeping those curls healthy and happy.
So conditioner is a superhero.
It is.
For our hair, even if we're already using natural products, I can get behind that.
Good.
Okay, let's talk about hair types.
All right.
Your hair type dictates everything about your hair care routine.
Good.
True or false?
So while knowing your curl pattern can be helpful for choosing products,
Okay.
it's not the be-all and end-all of hair care.
Okay.
Factors like hair porosity density and scalp health play a much bigger role in determining your hair's specific needs.
Okay. Back up and say, what exactly are porosity and density?
Good question. So porosity refers to your hair's ability to absorb and retain moisture.
Okay.
So if you imagine your hair strands like tiny shingles on a roof,
Okay.
high porosity hair has those shingles lifted,
Okay.
allowing moisture to escape easily.
I see.
Low porosity hair has those shingles lying flat, making it harder for moisture to penetrate.
So porosity is all about moisture absorption.
Yes.
Okay, what about density?
So density refers to how many hair strands you have
Okay.
per square inch on your scalp.
Okay.
So someone with high density has a lot of hair packed into that space,
That'll share.
while someone with low density has fewer strands.
So two people with the same curl pattern could have totally different hair care routines,
Absolutely.
depending on their porosity and density.
It's all about understanding your hair's individual characteristics and tailoring your routine accordingly.
Wow. I had no idea. This is like unlocking a whole new level of hair knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay. Another myth.
Okay.
Brushing your hair when it's wet is a big no-no.
Yeah.
Is that really true?
So this one's tricky
Okay.
because it depends on your hair type and the tools you use.
Okay.
So brushing dry natural hair,
Yeah.
especially type 4 textures,
Okay.
can definitely cause breakage. But detangling with a wide tooth comb or a special detangling brush while your hair is damp, ideally with conditioner in it,
Okay.
can make the process much smoother
Gotcha.
and minimize damage.
So it's about finding the right balance
It is.
and the right tools for the job.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. This next one, I think a lot of us grew up hearing this.
Right.
Hair grease makes your hair grow faster.
If only it were that simple.
Right.
So traditional hair grease often contains petroleum or mineral oil,
Okay.
and that can actually have the opposite effect.
Oh.
Instead of promoting growth, it can clog the pores on your scalp,
Oh, wow.
hindering healthy hair growth.
So what's a better alternative?
You can opt for natural oils like castor oil
Okay.
or jojoba oil or lightweight creams that nourish the scalp and hair.
Without clogging the pores.
Got it. Natural nourishment over heavy grease.
Exactly.
This is making me rethink my whole hair care routine.
Good.
Speaking of routines, what about protective styles?
Okay.
Is it true that protective styles mean you don't have to do anything to your hair?
So protective styles like braids, twists, or locks are fantastic for minimizing daily manipulation
Okay.
and promoting length retention,
Right.
but they don't eliminate the need for hair care altogether.
So what kind of maintenance is needed when you're like rocking a protective style?
It's crucial to keep your scalp moisturized
Okay.
and clean even when your hair is tucked away. And don't forget about your edges.
Right.
Protecting your edges from tension and dryness is essential for preventing breakage.
So it's like giving your hair a break,
It is.
but not a complete vacation.
Exactly.
That's very
Okay.
Yes.
This next myth is one I think we all need to pay attention to.
Right.
Heat damage is reversible.
Oh, this one we have to debunk firmly. Okay. Unfortunately, once the natural curl pattern of your hair is damaged by excessive heat, it's permanent.
So there's no magic potion
I'm afraid not.
to undo the damage.
The best approach is to trim away the damaged ends and focus on growing healthy new hair.
So prevention is key.
Yes.
Okay, now on to another myth about hair growth.
Okay.
Trimming your hair makes it grow faster.
That's a common misconception.
It is.
Trimming doesn't actually speed up the rate of growth. What it does do is help to remove split ends. preventing further damage and breakage.
So it's more about preserving the length that you have.
Exactly. Think of it like the split ends are like frayed threads on a piece of fabric.
Okay.
They weaken the overall structure and can cause the fabric to tear more easily.
Okay.
Trimming those frayed ends helps keep the fabric, or in this case, your hair strong and intact.
Okay. I'm starting to see a pattern here. A lot of these myths are about managing expectations.
Yeah.
And focusing on healthy hair practices. Which brings us to another big one. Natural hair is low maintenance.
This myth is often perpetuated by the idea that natural hair is somehow effortless and carefree.
Right.
But the reality is that natural hair requires a good amount of time and effort to maintain.
So it's all about embracing the journey and the process.
It is.
Of taking care of it.
Yes. From detangling and moisturizing to deep conditioning and protective styling.
Right.
It's all about consistency and dedication.
And finding what works best for you.
Exactly.
Okay, let's bust another product myth.
Right.
You have to use a ton of products to take care of natural hair.
Right. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the sheer volume of products available.
Yeah.
But more isn't always better.
Well.
Overloading your hair with products can actually lead to build up, weigh it down, and make it harder to manage.
So what's like a good approach then?
Focus on a simple routine with a few high-quality essentials.
Okay.
A cleanser, conditioner, moisturizer, and sealant.
Okay.
You don't need a cabinet full of products to have healthy and beautiful hair.
Quality over quantity.
Exactly.
That's a great takeaway. Okay, what about this one team? Coily hair is always dry.
So it's true that type 4 hair with its tight coils can be more prone to dryness.
Yeah.
Because the natural oils from the scalp have a harder time traveling down the hair shaft.
I see.
But that doesn't mean it has to be a constant battle against dryness.
Okay, so what's the secret to keeping coily hair moisturized?
Regular hydration with water-based products, sealing that moisture in with oils or butters, and avoiding harsh shampoos that strip away natural oils are key.
So it sounds like a recipe for happy hydrated coils.
It is.
Okay, let's debunk another styling myth.
Oh, okay.
Finger detangling is always better than combing.
While finger detangling can be very gentle, it's not always enough to remove all the tangles, especially for those with denser hair.
Okay, so what's the best approach?
Combining both methods can be highly effective.
Okay.
You can start by gently detangling with your fingers to loosen any knots, and then follow up with a wide-tooth comb or detangling brush.
Gotcha. For a thorough detangling session.
It's all about finding what works for your hair.
It is.
I love that. Okay, let's tackle a color myth.
Right.
Dyeing natural hair always ruins its texture.
So this is a concern many people have.
Yeah.
But coloring natural hair doesn't have to be a damaging experience.
Okay.
While coloring can weaken the hair shaft if not done properly,
Right.
there are ways to minimize damage.
What are some tips for coloring natural hair safely? Seeking out a professional stylist who specializes in natural hair is a great first step.
Okay.
And following up with deep conditioning treatments and maintaining a good moisturizing routine will help keep your hair healthy and vibrant.
So coloring natural hair can be done safely and beautifully with the right approach.
Absolutely.
Okay, and now for our final myth of this section.
Okay.
Natural hair can't be straightened without damage.
This one gets a lot of attention.
Yeah.
And it's understandable why people are concerned.
Right.
But while excessive heat styling can damage any hair type, it doesn't mean that natural hair can never be straightened safely.
So there is a way to do it.
There is.
Without causing harm.
The key is to use high-quality heat protectant products.
Oh, yeah.
Limit heat styling to special occasions.
Gotcha.
And invest in a good ceramic flat iron.
Okay.
And always use a low to medium heat setting.
Low and slow is the way to go.
It is.
Okay, that's 19 myths down.
Wow.
1 to go. We'll be back in a flash.
Okay.
To finish up this deep dive. Okay, so we are back and we have one final myth to bust.
Yes, we do.
And this one I think is maybe a little controversial.
Okay.
Only expensive products work on natural hair.
Right.
I have to admit I've definitely fallen into that trap.
Yeah, it's easy to do.
Of thinking that pricier means better.
Right. It's a really common misconception.
It is.
You know, the natural hair care market has exploded in recent years.
It has.
And with it comes a wide range of price points. But you really don't have to break the bank to find products that work for your hair.
So what should we be looking for then? When we are choosing products, if not just the price tag?
The key is to focus on the ingredients list.
Okay.
Rather than the brand name or the fancy packaging.
Okay.
Look for products that are free of harsh chemicals like sulfates, parabens, and silicones.
Got it.
Instead, look for natural ingredients that nourish and support your hair's health.
So knowledge is power when it comes to this.
It is.
It's all about being an informed consumer.
Yes.
And understanding what your hair actually needs.
Absolutely. And don't be afraid to experiment.
Okay.
And try different things until you find what works best for your unique hair type and your budget.
I love that it's all about finding what works for you.
Yes.
Going through all of these myths today, it has been so eye-opening.
It is.
But it also kind of makes me realize how much there is to learn about natural hair care.
There is.
It can feel a bit overwhelming at times.
It's definitely a journey, and there's always something new to discover, but that's part of the beauty of it. It's about embracing the process of learning and experimenting and finding what makes your hair thrive.
And celebrating the unique beauty of natural hair in all its forms.
Absolutely. From the tightest coils to the loosest waves, natural hair is diverse and stunning.
And one thing that has really stuck with me throughout this whole deep dive is the emphasis on patience and consistency.
They're two key ingredients for success in any hair care journey.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in the search for quick fixes and miracle products.
Right.
But real lasting results come from building a healthy hair care routine and sticking with it.
It's like anything else in life, right?
Exactly.
Good things take time and effort.
They do.
Yeah.
Natural hair care is not about instant gratification.
Right.
It's about being patient with yourself and your hair as it grows and changes.
And trusting the process.
Yes, trusting that with consistent care and attention, your hair will flourish and reach its full potential.
And that's a beautiful thing.
It is.
So as we wrap up this incredible deep dive into natural hair myths, what is one final thought you want to leave our listener with?
Embrace your unique hair texture. Be patient with yourself and remember that consistency is key. And most importantly, enjoy the journey.
Beautifully said. And if you are listening to this and feeling inspired to learn even more, we encourage you to check out the source material we used for this episode.
Absolutely.
We'll be sure to include links in the show notes.
There's a wealth of knowledge out there waiting to be discovered.
And with that, we'll sign off for today. Until next time, happy hair journey.
Bye.
After all that talk about natural hair myths, I'm feeling like I'm ready to try some new things myself.
It's amazing what a little knowledge can do.
It really is. Like I was saying before, I think I was just kind of going through the motions.
Yeah.
Without really understanding the why behind everything.
And there are so many trends and products out there. It's easy to get swept up in all that.
It is.
Yeah.
And sometimes those trends aren't backed by science.
Right.
Yeah.
Like one of the articles I sent you mentioned a particular deep conditioner.
Right.
That was really popular, but turned out it was way too heavy.
Right.
For a lot of people's hair.
It's a good reminder that everyone's hair is so different.
Exactly. What works for one person might not work for another.
So true.
Yeah.
And that's why this deep dive has been so helpful.
I'm glad.
It's like we've covered everything.
I think we hit all the major points.
We did. From hair growth to porosity to detangling.
Yeah.
Protective styles. I mean, it's a lot.
It is, but it's also empowering to have that knowledge.
It is. And, it's not just about the technical stuff.
Yeah.
It's also about how we feel about our hair.
Absolutely. It's about self-acceptance.
Yeah, like embracing our natural texture and loving the hair we were born with.
Exactly. Challenging those old ideas about what's considered beautiful or professional.
I love that. And it makes me think of that phrase, reclaiming our crowns.
It's a powerful image.
It is. It's like we're taking back control of our own beauty standards.
And celebrating our natural beauty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, thinking back to all the myths we busted today.
Yeah.
It really shows that knowledge is power.
It does. When we know the facts, we can make better decisions.
Right. Like about our hair care routines and what products we use.
Exactly. It frees us from those limiting beliefs.
Yeah. Like I used to think my hair would never grow past a certain length.
Yeah.
But now I know that's not true.
It's all about proper care and maintenance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So to everyone listening out there, remember you are not alone on this journey.
There's a whole community out there ready to support you.
And celebrate you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there are so many resources available to help you learn and grow.
So true. So as we wrap up this deep dive into natural hair care, what's one final piece of advice you would give to our listeners?
Trust your instincts. Listen to your hair and never stop learning. Your natural hair journey is a beautiful one.
It is. Embrace it.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
It's been my pleasure.
And to all our amazing listeners out there, keep rocking those curls, coils, and waves.
Your crown is magnificent just the way it is.